Hey ladies, as many of you have heard, there is a new product out called the Hookie Do. It is for hair extensions and it requires no needle, no glue. Literally, all you have to do is hook your weft hair extensions. And if you want to know how I got this beautiful head of hair while using the Hookie Do, check out this tutorial. First, let's talk about the size. When you first open the Hookie Do, you may think of it as too small. But the Hookie Do is designed to stretch, and the small slit in the front, where the top of your leave-out will be, is designed to widen. To show you just how deceiving the size may appear when you first open it, let me show you how it can easily fit my head, even with my natural hair out. I'm going to first use the combs in the front to attach my hair, stretch it down, and use the side combs, and then stretch it down more to use the back comb. It fits snug, and what's left is just supposed to be my leave-out. Imagine how better it would look if my hair was actually braided down or held down by a ponytail. Okay now, before we start hooking our hair extensions to the Hookie Do, let's see how it's made. As you can see, there are hooks on the outside, combs on the inside. These combs snap open and close, and there is a slit towards the front. Now, what I want you to do is think of your Hookie Do as having 4 sections. The right side, the middle section, the left side, and the nape. There are 2 rows of hook tape that point inward towards the middle section. That is for hemming purposes, so you will not hook your weft hair extensions on these hooks. Then there are also a row of hook tape that extends from the left side to the right side with the hooks pointing down. That too is for hemming purposes. But you are going to use the hook that is right in the middle of the slit, or the 2 hooks that are on the side of the slit to help hold down your last track. Think of them as anchor hooks. Now, what I like to do is start off with the slit that widens to allow my top leave out. I'm going to hook my weft hair extensions on the Hookie Do. I'm not going to penetrate the weft. I'm just placing my weft between the hook and the material. I'm using my thumbnail to place the weft down, and then I'm tucking the hair down. Look how the anchor hooks are helping hold down the last track so it doesn't slip up. And there you have it. There's a little bit of hair that is longer than the rows of hooks because I've cut these hair extensions in my previous use for them, but I'll cut them to the appropriate size for this Hookie Do later. Now, I would like to go at least 3 rows back to back to back from the slit. This is to make sure my top looks full and no tracks show, so I'm going to do that. After I'm comfortable with my top, I'm going to start filling the nape and go all the way up. I start at the very bottom row of the nape. Now that this row is finished, I'm going to fold my hair extensions and start the next row. I only have 3 packs of hair, so I'm going to skip every other row to make sure I fill in as much as possible. As you continue to hook your hair extensions and move up further, you're going to hook from one side, then cross the mesh, hook the middle section, cross the mesh, and then hook the other side. While you're hooking your hair extensions, you may end a weft of hair extensions in the middle of a row. If you hook it nicely, the piece at the end will lay flat. Just continue your row with another weft of hair extensions. You'll be fine. And voila! I've hooked my hair extensions to my satisfaction. And remember the extra pieces of weft that may be hanging from the sides? I'm going to cut them now. Notice how full the hair looks. Now I'm going to do my leave out. I left about 2 by 3 or 3 by 3 inches of hair out at the top towards the front and about 1 finger to 2 fingers weft of hair starting from my edge line. I've also made 2 perimeter braids that the combs of the Hookie Do, which snap open and close, can fit into. I'm going to clip the Hookie Do in. After I clip in the Hookie Do, I'm going to blend in my leave out. And voila, I have a great hairstyle with the Hookie Do. It looks just like a sew-in and it's quicker than a quick weave. No needle, no glue, just hook. Now here are a few tips and rules to remember. 1. Don't cut your hair weft extensions until you are finished hooking all of your wefts onto the Hookie Do. 2. Use a soft plastic comb to widen your hooks. Use the largest tooth to widen the hook. After you hook your wefts, you can use the comb to put pressure on the hook to close it. 3. When shopping for hair, remember that longer hair tends to have shorter wefts, and shorter hair tends to have longer wefts. 4. The Hookie Do is designed to hold thinner wefts versus thick ones. Industry standard is to have thinner yet tightly sewn wefts, so there is no demarcation lines. The Hookie Do has been tested with many different hair companies, so you shouldn't run into too much of a problem unless the company is producing thicker than average wefts. 5. If you would like to wear a closure, sew the closure down to your natural hair and then place the Hookie Do on. Because closures come in different sizes, you may have to adjust your closure to fit. And 6. Practice makes perfect. The Hookie Do is a new method, and the more you practice it, the faster and easier it will become. It is so easy, even a small child can do it with direction.